Okay, hello everybody, my name is Colossus Slayer and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In the last video, Duncan freaked out and killed a guy, and one of our other team members died, and I think I accidentally joined a cult in this game by accident, and I don't think that's good. Oh well. Okay. And I need to, okay, I did that quest. I don't know why that's uh, still there. Okay, let me go over here and try to get it to go away.
The infected hound seems to be doing much better for now. Thank you for your assistance.
I think I screwed the game up already. Okay. Okay, anyway. And we're still in Ostagar.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Caitlin. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the young lord from Highever I met earlier. I understand congratulations are in order.
Okay. I didn't have a choice, really.
I suppose none of us do. But every Grey Warden is needed.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Caitlin. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from
to
cover.
flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
Okay. I refuse to be sent on an errand. Yeah, that's
We
it.
need the beacon. Without it, Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
You see? Glory for everyone.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the archdemon appearing. There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
nature...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough. This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Caitlin. A glorious moment for us all.
Loghain is acting weird. I don't like
You
it.
heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Turn Logain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
Okay. Well, my chin is kind of clipping through my beard. That's a little bit weird. Okay. Let's see. Where is this Tower of Ishal exactly?
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the king's camp, the way we came when we arrived.
Oh, that's
You'll
great.
need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
And let me guess, there are like 50 floors to this thing, right? Okay, where will you be?
I will be fighting beside the king with the rest of the Grey Wardens, again at his request. We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Okay, how much time do we have?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
Okay. Are we in any danger?
Of course, even the best laid plans go awry. So do what you must. I trust you both.
Just not enough to actually fight with the rest of you.
There will be plenty of battles, Alistair. Be patient.
What if their demon appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
Yep.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
Okay. Can we join the battle afterwards?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
I want to kill things, though. Come on, dude.
I must join the others.
Okay.
From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, maybe make him watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Okay. I got my dog here, yay.
Let's just get to the tower. It may not be the most glamorous job, but we'd better not do it.
Okay. And everybody's gone. Okay. Ooh, this looks cool. Okay.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The blight ends here.
He sounds arrogant. That's not good. Hey, there. Okay. Oh. Okay. What the heck is that big thing? Uh-oh. Okay.
Archers!
Wow, there are a lot of those. Oh!
Call for Rodan!
Okay. That's so stupid with that helmet on my head. Wow. Okay.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
Stop screaming, dude. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, ow. Dang. Ooh. Okay, I imagine if I get hit by that, I'm gonna get killed. Oh, let's see. Wow. Can you see that down there? Alright.
I'll ask you!
Okay.
They can help us. They're everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken. What are you talking about, man? Taken how? The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead. We have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Great. Yay. Where are you going? Oh, okay, you're not helping. That sucks. Okay. 3:30. 90. 30. Wait. Magic. Okay, that's better. What do you have on you? Mage robes. I'll take that. Ah, yay. More dark spawn. Yay. Get to kill stuff. Where you going? There you go. Aw, took my kill, man. Okay, got money. Death root. Okay. More money. Alright. Okay, more. Oh, you have a big axe. Can I have that? Can I have your axe? No. Demonic ichor. Understandably difficult to find, as ichor can sometimes be found in the hearts of corpses that have been possessed by demons, and is naturally both thick and black. In the right hands, it can be made into a very potent poison. Oh, okay, so all the darkspawn I'm fighting are corpses. Yay. Okay, that's great. Okay, get you. What is that? That sucks. Okay, is there anything else? There's a dead knight over here. Okay, apparently there's nothing else I can get. Okay. Okay, it doesn't have 50 floors, it has like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think a top floor, so 5 maybe? 5 floors or 4 floors? Probably 4. I don't know. Okay, save again. Okay. Oh, more.
Destroy the
Oh, what happened? Oh, trap. Okay. There's a trap here. Alright. More health potions. Okay.
As you wish. Right.
Why do they put treasure chests in here that I can't get? I don't understand that. I don't get it. Okay. Oh. Same place. Alright. Distance. Okay. Silver gift. Heavy silver bracelet inscribed with dwarven runes. Gifts can be sold to a merchant or given to certain party members to influence their approval rating. Oh. Okay.
We need to get to the beacon.
Yep.
The king needs Loghain to charge.
What do we do now?
Mushroom. And that. Wooden crank. Did I miss this? Yeah, I did miss it. Okay. Okay, I got it now. Can I make anything?
Don't want to prize more for their blood.
Apparently not.
You never had a chance.
Another chest I can't open. Crap. Wait a minute. Can a mage make potions or something? Alright. Herbalism. Oh, okay. This is where I make potions. Fighting items. Okay, so a healing item for the dog. I don't care about that. Mage. Okay. Okay, second floor.
Take his breath. What are these darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Yeah, weren't you complaining that you wouldn't get to fight?
Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Tayon Logain will be waiting for the signal.
I don't trust him. I think he's gonna do something crappy. Okay, save again since I'm on a different floor now. Ugh. 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 Okay. Okay, I don't like these darkspawn things. They're gross. Okay, deep mushroom, got that. Oh.
This should be easy enough.
Okay, that was a trap. Shouldn't have gone in here. Okay. Fancy vase. Painted porcelain vase looks expensive. Okay. Can I sell it? I think I can sell that, right? Okay. Not going over there yet. Let's see what's inside the room. Another trap. Alright. Lifestone. These rare rocks have existed in close proximity to lyrium ore, and as such, they have absorbed some of its traits. Lifestones enhance the natural properties of other materials used in item creation. Ah. Increases users' resistance to fire damage. Alright, I think I could use that. Death root. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna use any potions besides the healing ones, I don't think, so get rid of you. rid of you. Keep you. Okay, keep everything else. Discarded book. History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. I don't care about the Chantry, but I'll... Okay. After I get done with this game and with all of the DLC and extra stuff, I'll make an extra video of me just reading all of the codex entries and stuff.
Creatures.
Ballista, what does this do? Oh! I'm trying to hit one of you. Okay. Trying to hit one of you with this thing didn't work. I forgot how good the Mighty Blow ability is. Wow. Alright. Oh! Okay, so those things can hit friendly fire. Or can hit my party members if I'm not careful. It's not good. Okay, did I miss anything? No, wait. No. Okay. Save again.
Darkspawn approach. What's the next line?
Hey, more things to kill.
Got it. Right. Let's get started.
Another chest I can't open. Why do they have chests in here that I can't open? Hey, I remembered the button this time. Yay. What does this do? Okay, third floor.
Those games better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
Okay, save. There we go. Pile of bones. Okay. Wait, when did my sword get on fire? Oh, my dog leveled up. Yay. Hey, I leveled up. Yay. Cool. Okay. Another acid flask I don't need. I don't think I need it anyway. Weapon stand. Ice arrow. Ooh. Okay, upgrade you. Upgrade me. Let's see. Get that to 15. Get you to 30. Character is exceptionally influential and can compel all but the most strong-willed individuals. Yes, I want that. Okay, now what do I get? Let's see. I'm not gonna get anything with the weapon and shield or the archery or the dual weapon. So warrior and two-handed. So shadow blows. Characters as adept at destruction as at death and grants large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. Ooh. Ooh, that's helpful. Take that. Tactic slot. Okay. Yay.
Darkspawn approach.
No dark spawn. Okay, I see a lever over cage release. Oh! Okay. Okay, that's nice. The dogs are helping me. Alistair leveled up. Yay. Okay. Why with the chests I can't open? Wooden recruit. Me. Okay. Use strength. Get you master combat training. Yeah, let's get you. And get pommel strike for you. Okay. More things to kill, yay. Yep, I missed. The combat is very noisy. Nah. Nah, no you don't. Health poultice, take that. Ooh, injury kit, take that. That sounds useful. Ooh, more, okay. Engraved silver bowl. Valuable silver bowl engraved with a pattern of vines and leaves. Okay, that sounds like an elf thing. I'll take that, could probably sell it. Okay, get you. Get you. again. Okay, now can I rearrange this stuff now? Got you there. Got you there. Hmm. Need that there, need that there. Hmm. Keep that. What does this do? Okay. Keep that where it is. Okay, it's not worth it.
Right.
Okay. Sounded good in the description, but I was
You never had a shot.
getting things. Can't open this one either. Weapon axe. Ooh. Top floor. Okay, so there are 4 floors. Keep doing the wrong button. Can I get an acid flask? Melee, armor, flaming. 3 minutes. Wait. Meh. I'm gonna use that. Okay, save. And top floor, okay. Okay, it's like the signal thing. Oh! There's that big thing. What is that? Okay. Oh, it's an ogre. Alright.
Let's get started.
It looks weird. Something tells me I missed. Okay, no, I didn't miss. Yep.
Let's get started. As you wish. Let's get started.
Oh, I'm doing something cool. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Oh, things going over here. No food. That's a grounding. Tribal necklace. Necklace of sun bleached teeth and bones. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that, I guess. Ogre has something on you. Journeyman lightning rune. Okay, I'll take that. Shield I don't need. That in the trash. Or trash pile. Save. Okay, it's like the beacon. Okay, there it is.
Sound the retreat.
Oh, you little.
Should we not?
Do as I command.
I knew you were weird. Traitor.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Oh, you little traitor. Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Oh! Oh! He is dead. I thought I turned the blood off in this game. So apparently I didn't. Okay. Okay, so I fight through all that. Oh, hello.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
Okay, why are my clothes off and what did you do? Okay. I remember you, the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
She rescued me, you mean from the tower?
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Okay. What happened to the Grey Wardens and the King?
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Okay. Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Are my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
Okay. Is Alistair alright?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
I have some questions if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Okay. Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn at?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Okay. Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
I'm nobility. I'm a noble.
I stand corrected.
Yes, you do. Okay, how did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Okay. Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why not?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes, I do.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
So the survivors could be rescued.
If you are willing to run into the midst of the Horde, perhaps.
Why did Terran Logan abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
Okay, I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Okay.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
Okay. Thank you for helping me, Morgan.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
Why did I sit down? Okay.
I will stay and make something to eat.
Okay. Wow, she is short. Either that or I'm tall. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna loot your house for a minute. Just don't do anything.
I'm unable to do that.
Okay, I gotta get a key. Okay. Save again. There you are.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Takes more than a few darkspawn to kill me.
Duncan's dead.
Mm-hmm.
The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all dead.
Okay.
This isn't real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You never told us your name.
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Okay, I'm still not going to be mean to her because I don't want to make her angry at me. Because she's a mage. And I don't want to be lit on fire. Okay, let's see. So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blights. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Hmm. Of course not.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The King had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Okay. Okay, what is this archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Okay. Then we need to find this archdemon then.
By ourselves? No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention, I don't know how.
How to kill the archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are two different questions. Have the Wardens no allies these days?
I don't know. Duncan said that the Grey Wardens of Orlais had been called, and Arl Eamon would never stand for this, surely.
Arl Eamon, the Earl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Okay. Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honorable man.
The Jarl would never do what Tan Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Okay. We need the rest of the Grey Wardens then.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties.
Oh yeah,
Grey
those.
Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army.
As long as there's some profit in it, or as long as I get something out of it, fine, sure.
If there is better motivation for doing what is right, I have yet to see it.
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against the Blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Okay. I don't suppose you could offer any more help?
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
Okay.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve? Or none?
Oh.
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them. Such a shame. What? You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Okay. I think that's an excellent idea. All the help we can get, we need it.
Have I no say in this? You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Warden, consider this repayment for your lives.
Okay. Was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready. You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I understand. And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Okay, she won't come to harm with us, even though I think she can kick our butts.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Okay. Oh!
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
So that's what I heard sniffing around. I thought I heard something. Okay, it's my dog. Alright, and the Mabari thing. Okay, no, I prefer you speak your mind.
You will regret saying that. Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment. Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Don't make the mage and her mother angry with us, you dummy. Oh, get over yourself, Alistair.
If you worry that I will summon demons and transform into an abomination, I assure you I will at least wait until you are not looking.
I feel better already.
Next questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Okay, let's see. Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Anasta's starting to annoy me now. Okay, have you ever been outside the wilds?
From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Okay. How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
Okay, that's not reassuring.
We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Okay, are the Darkspawn are camped further in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Okay. Are you really Clemens' daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
Mm, I'm just wondering her age. Oh, that doesn't. Ooh, sounds offensive. I don't want to make her angry. Let's see. She gonna stay here alone?
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
Ah, okay. What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Okay. Then you can substitute for Alistair. I don't know why that's an option. I haven't seen him cook. Alright.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
Oh.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
Okay, I think I made her angry. That's not good. Okay, I got no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Oh, 'tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Okay, so I was doing it right. Her approval rating went up. See anything interesting? No. Let's pet you. Okay. Save. I'm gonna get to loathering and then I'm gonna end the video there. I know it's going on longer than an hour. Well, yeah, longer than an hour, but I'm gonna get to Lothring and then end it there. Like I've
The time has come to
said.
leave the wilds. Do you not agree?
What do you need?
Okay, do you want to talk about
You
Duncan?
don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
He's like a father to you, I understand.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Okay. There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Okay. What about the other Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for them when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
My entire family was murdered just recently. That's not a good thing to talk about. Alright, anyway.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Okay. Anytime. Okay, approved again. That's good.
What do you need?
Might as well talk to him now.
Ask away.
They said this Arleman raised you.
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Okay. that would explain the smell. That's not what I remember you telling Flynn.
Well, if you're going to go and pay attention to the facts, then fine. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arleman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head.
Aww.
He's good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respected the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Okay, why did he send you off to the Chantry?
Arleman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumours which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
That's not good. What an awful thing to do to a child, yeah.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered.
Dummy.
Stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
And you think the Arl will help us after you did that?
All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Okay. Save again and ask him another question.
What do you need? Ask away.
Okay. How did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
I might have, actually. Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
Okay. What skills might those be?
Well, it wasn't an easy life, you know. I don't know whether or not you've noticed, but I'm not exactly the Chantry type. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did? I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Okay. Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all. Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
Shouldn't have brought him up.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be. It's fine. He died a hero. They all did. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking. What do you need?
Talk
Ask
to you
away.
again. Okay. Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Okay. Wow, it's a lot to ask. Okay. What will happen? What would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden?
Yeah.
I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt's Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfeld, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
That sucks. Okay, well, we need to start rebuilding.
I mean,
the order.
Eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
Okay, what happens now? There's just 2 of us.
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, It's up to us.
Okay, I got no more
About the Grey Warden,
questions.
what do you need?
Fair enough. Accidentally hit the button.
Ask away.
Something to ask.
Such as they are.
Okay,
About the
still
Grey
no
Wardens,
more
anyhow.
questions.
Fair enough. What do you need?
Okay.
Ask away.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
Okay. Have you hunted many mages?
No, I never actually became a full Templar. Duncan recruited me before I took my vows. I was only present during one harrowing, the ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really. And just as deadly. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to skip all this and do it in the next video because
And since the fact
my PC is about to turn off. So hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff. And in the next video, I will get back to where I will talk to Duncan or Alistair until we get back to where we were and do other stuff. So yeah, see you all on the next video. Bye.